so much contradictory information. It's very difficult to work out.
This is the problem I'm facing.
Exactly which way we should go.
Well, I'm not convinced that the work is as urgent as this report suggests. So perhaps we should...
Oh, come on. The building is practically falling down.
Sorry, Lynn. I don't think Tan had finished. We'll get to you in a minute.
Sorry.
As I was saying, perhaps we should get a second opinion before we spend any money.
Thank you, Tan. What's your opinion, Walter?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's a question of safety. So I think we should go ahead.
Are you suggesting that someone could get hurt?
In my opinion, yes. If you ask me, there is a serious risk of an accident. And it's not a recent problem.
Are you implying we should have done something earlier?
Much earlier. It's a real concern.
Hear, hear.
In that case, I agree. We should do something now.
I think so too.
Thank you, Walter. Well, if there's no...
Excuse me, Madam Chairperson.
Yes, Barbara?
What about the problem with parking? There were no places again this morning.
Maybe if you got to work on time.
All comments through the chair, if you don't mind, Walter. Parking isn't on the agenda for this meeting. Perhaps you could suggest it for our next meeting, Barbara. Well, if there's no more discussion, we'll put it to a vote.
Hear, hear.
Today we are looking again at meetings. In meetings, especially formal meetings, it's important to keep the discussion relevant and to the point. So we are looking at some words and phrases that a chairperson might use to stop irrelevant discussion and interruptions. We're also looking at ways of stating an opinion and agreeing or disagreeing. First of all, notice how Tan states that he doesn't agree with the report.
Well, I'm not convinced that the work is as urgent as this report suggests.
Tan says, I'm not convinced. He means he disagreed with the report. But by saying he's not convinced, he is leaving himself open to another point of view. Let's look at some phrases you can use to express disagreement. I'm afraid I'm not convinced. I don't entirely agree. I'm not sure about that. I can't agree with you there. I don't think that's quite correct. Let's practice some phrases you can use to introduce your opinion about something. First, in my opinion. Second, as far as I'm concerned. Third, if you ask me. And the last, the way I see it is this. One of the roles of the chairperson is to make sure everyone gets to have their say. All discussion should go through the chair. That is, people talk to the chairperson, not to each other directly. So the chairperson sometimes has to interrupt or stop someone from speaking. When giving opinions in a meeting, it's important to use phrases such as, in my opinion, from my point of view, or I think, instead of just stating your opinion as facts. This is respectful of other people who may have different views. But when you strongly agree with something someone else says, you can say, hear, hear. Those are the phases that we should notice when we are having meetings. Thank you for listening.